Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're taking a look at another figure from the Discover the Force 3D line, and this time around it's a really cool Podracer pilot by the name of Mawhonic. Now this is a really cool figure, and his species, Gran, is definitely one of my favourites aside from Weequays, so this guy is an instant winner in my book. He has been surrounded by a little bit of confusion and controversy, and I'll talk about why that is in just a minute. Before I do, we're going to take a look at the packaging that this figure comes in. Now once again we have the Discover the Force 3D packaging, so we have Darth Maul and the Star Wars logo at the top, the image of Mawhonic down at the side, and a pair of 3D glasses attached to the card back, which can be used of course to view the 3D image on the back of the packaging. So again, if you own a pair of 3D glasses at home, feel free to pause the video and check out that image. So onto the figure. Well, before we do, we're going to take a look at the battle game card and display stand that it comes with. Really love this card. You've got some really cool imagery on there. Obviously picturing Mawhonic piloting his Podracer during the Boonta Eve on Tatooine. And of course you get the obligatory black display stand in which the card can be slotted into. So that's the packaging and the contents. Onto the figure itself. Now as I said, he has been surrounded by a little bit of confusion and controversy by many collectors, mainly because of his size. If I compare him to say Rick Oley from the Discover the Force 3D line, you'll notice that Mawhonic is around the same size as an astromech droid. He's really tiny, and some collectors, me included, don't know whether this is accurate or not. Reference pictures suggest otherwise. Images that we've seen of this guy during the production of the Phantom Menace depict him as an average sized adult, so I'm not entirely sure why Mawhonic is tiny. A lot of people have put it down to the fact that maybe George Lucas wanted to correct the fact that Mawhonic was meant to be small, because if we take a look at some of the other Podracers such as Rats Tyrell and Ben Quadinaros, Clegg Holdfast, they're all really short, so maybe Mawhonic was just made this way to fit the bill. Maybe they're space jockeys or something, I don't know. But regardless of his size, he's a very cool figure, really nicely sculpted and really nicely detailed. He does come with a couple of cool accessories, the first of which being the Podracer flag, which obviously all the pilot representatives walk out with just prior to the Boonta Eve Podrace. And he also comes with a blaster rifle as well, which is the same sort of rifle we've seen with figures such as Bosk, and also the Grand Senator from Revenge of the Sith, Ask Ak. He's full of articulation as well. For a figure of this size, he's really nicely posable. He's got a ball jointed neck, hinged shoulders, elbows and swivel wrists, a swivel waist, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. And as I said, the overall sculpt of this figure is really well done. So to take a look at that in some more detail, we're going to zoom in on the figure. First and foremost, that head sculpt is absolutely awesome. As I said, Gran species are one of my favourites from Star Wars. This is mainly due to playing Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 quite a lot in my childhood, and Grans were some of the aliens that you had to, go around shooting and slicing and dicing with your lightsaber, so I really like these aliens. You've got some superb attention to detail on this figure. For example, as you'll see there is a small hole in Mawhonic's ear, and this is apparent even on the costume worn by the actor who played him in the film, so that's really good. Nice bit of attention to detail there by Hasbro. Really cool head sculpt, and the outfit that Mawhonic is wearing is really well sculpted as well. You've got some superb detail on the outfit, and even around the back as well you've got this really cool spinal looking effect going up the back of the figure. Really well made. Definitely my favourite from this wave so far, and hopefully this means that we'll be getting a Reuse update in the near future. Of course, Reuse is the grand alien that we see in Jabba's palace, who's good friends with Yakface. So hopefully Hasbro will be releasing a new version of him later on down the line. So a very, very cool figure. Definitely one that I would recommend picking up. A word of warning, if you're thinking of purchasing this figure from eBay seller Tungore, then you might want to hold off purchasing it, and you might want to wait till you see this guy at retail, because he doesn't come with the Podracer flag, and also the small antenna that you see on top of Mawhonic's head, they're actually missing from the figure that Tungore is selling. So if you want a complete mint condition figure, then it's probably best to pick this guy up at retail. So yeah, definitely a very, very cool figure, my personal favourite from this wave, and I'll be back to review one more figure from the Discover the Force line next. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, I want to thank you for watching, and until my next review, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.